Here they go as they approach their way down the track, bumper to bumper. Watch closely as it looks like they're going to attempt those race ramp elevations in succession. They take the first one, they take it high and down. They go for number 2. And look at those bumpers touch as they head to the top of the racetrack. Drivers performing controlled spins as they make it to the end of the racetrack. They'll turn them around and bring them back in front of you right now. Hell drivers following that long-time tradition, showcasing their skills with their astounding ability to drive with the left hand on the door pillar and the right hand on the steering wheel. That's right, one hand at all times on those hell driving cars. They're going to bring those Dodge Avengers back. It looks like they're going to do a little more bumper-to-bumper action as they come in front of the grandstands now. It looks like they take the low side of ramp elevation number 1 and they snake it into the high side of ramp elevation number 2 and they take it about 50, 60 miles an hour in front of those grandstand elevations. We're going to speed things up a bit as we even increase the speed out there on the track this time.
That's not stunt. I used to ramp higher than that on my bike.
Hell drivers lining the vehicles up at the top of the racetrack. They've got them lined. We've got them all clear, and here they come. It looks like they're going to do a little more bumper to bumper for you as they approach the grandstands. Ladies and gentlemen, here they go. 40, 50, 65 miles an hour as they head for ramp elevation number 1, driver's side low, and down they go for ramp elevation number 2. I can hear those bumpers click out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's how close we do it. They're going to turn them around, and this time they're going to attempt it again in front of those race ramp elevations.
They broke a ramp in half.
No, they just pushed it apart.
Here come our dynamite duo, Tony Peterson, Johnny Weiser, as they head in front of the grandstand right now. And it looks like they're going to take it crisscrossing, zigzagging, weaving, and there they go in front of one of the race ramp elevation number 2, and they head successfully to the top of the racetrack.
Ooh.
Well, we've seen them go bumper to bumper, and we've seen them go driver's side low. Now they're going to go driver's side high. Keep in mind they do this with one hand on that steering wheel at all times as they're performing for you here this evening. Here they come. Looks like they're going to do side by side as they take to the track, heading for ramp elevations, door handle, wheel well, and they go up over ramp elevation number 2, and down they go and head to the top of the racetrack.
That was sweet. That is sweet.
Put me in one of those cars. I'll show you stuff.
Well, that's the way we get warmed up, and that's the way they get started. We're going to bring them back in just a moment, and we're going to park them on a dime when they head back this way. Hell drivers getting ready to slide in front of the grandstands just for you. Our star drivers, Mr. Johnny Weiser and Tony Peterson, and they can hear you now. Wrong way. Mr. Tony Peterson has a public service announcement for you. Get off the track, you egomaniac. This next stunt on our event schedule is the Slide for Life, coined the Suicide by many. Considered to be one of those dangerous stunts featuring both man and machine. In just a few moments, our stuntman, it looks like Mr. Tony Peterson, will get on the back of that vehicle. It's a rare opportunity that we get to see Mr. Peterson perform the Slide for Life. Normally we leave it up to one of the other stunt professionals, but he's going to do it tonight just for you. He's going to don that slide pad. Mr. Peterson will mount himself on the back of the vehicle. At one point, he'll leap from the bumper as it travels down the track with only a small slide pad positioned between himself and the track. Don't forget to visit our friends at Bauman Automotive Center, Bauman Auto Center. Those Dodge vehicles located behind the grandstand this evening. Stop in there and take a look at those vehicles, and stop in and check out their 0% financing for 72 months or their $2,500 rebate with over 100 Chrysler 200s on their lot. Fully loaded, but you don't have to be to buy them. So check out our friends at the Bauman Auto Center.
I can do more stunts without a car than I can.
No, I said the plowing is boring.
Oh, yeah.
Your ear was bleeding.
Slide car being positioned on the racetrack.
No,
Safety precautions being taken out there right now as they get ready to perform the Slide for Life. Our star driver and star of the show, Mr. Tony Peterson, will attempt that Slide for Life in just a moment.
Uh-oh. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be funny.
He don't want to get dirt on his pants.
Be sure to check out our website at helldrivers.info. Can't get enough Hell Drivers information? Check us out at helldrivers.info. Wrong way. What are you bothering Mr. Peterson for? Nobody's home. Give him a friendly tap on the helmet and send him on his way. You got the wrong end, you idiot. That's not his helmet. And Mr. Peterson off to the top of the racetrack. Let's give him a little enthusiasm as he makes his way up to the top of that track, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going to add some fuel to the fire this evening, so watch carefully as we pour it on literally. Positioning and timing are essential. One slight movement or error could result in a catastrophic consequence for either driver or performer this evening. And there's absolutely no room at all for errors this evening. Looks like it's going to be a hot one tonight. We've got the flames ignited. Car traveling down the straightaway right now as we head in front of the grandstand. Mr. Tony Peterson holding on, and get ready as he does the slide for life. Give it up for the star of our show, Mr. Tony Peterson. Wrong way. What did you think about the slide for life?
I thought it stunk.
You thought it stunk?
86 it.
86 it?
Throw it out of the show.
What do you mean, throw it out of the show? Wrong way, are you trying to suggest to the good people here in Ottawa County that you could do a better job?
Any old day of the week.
Any old day of the week. Well, you know what, a perfect opportunity to demonstrate your skills, you blabbering big mouth. I just about bet these nice folks would like to see you prove that statement this evening, and I think I'm going to ask these nice people right now. Would you folks like to see old Wrong Way do the slide for life? Wrong Way, I thought you told me you had friends here in Ohio.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Crash, pick him up on the bumper, please. Not the front bumper, the rear bumper, Crash. He's going to turn it around. Well, Wrong Way, you tell us you're a daredevil. You tell us you're a daredevil, and you profess to the world that you want to go down in the history books as a daredevil extraordinaire. Well, hold on to your suspenders, my friend, because it's going to be a bumpy ride tonight. Crash, now bring down the vehicle and park it so he can get onto that rear bumper at this time. Wrong Way. The rear bumper, please.
Hey!
Get off the top of the vehicle. Not the front of the vehicle, the back of the vehicle. Stop playing with all his toys in the vehicle. Okay, watch Johnny, how he shows you how to... Hey, Wrong Way, do you remember how to mount the vehicle? Do you remember what Mr. Peterson did out there? Watch carefully as Johnny shows you. Hold it, hold it, hold it. That's not funny. Where are you going, Wrong Way? The beer tent's closed. Get back there. Johnny changed his mind a little bit, folks. He's going to put him on the back of the vehicle, send him on his way. Hold it, hold it, hold it, Crash, Crash, hold it. What's going on out there? You guess you'd hang around a little bit. Johnny, it's supposed to be an exhibition, not an execution. Now bring back the vehicle to the start point, please. Pull it back to where you got it from. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, and stop. There you go. Oh, goodness, sorry about that. Looks like we had a little bit of horse stuff out there on the track from this morning from those horses getting loaded up into the thing. Looks like you... Yes, you did just clean the track. Thank you very much. What a great job. Now get on the back of the vehicle, please, and show us how to do that slide for life. When you're ready to go, tap the bumper twice. There you go. He's off. Uh-oh. What happened this time?
I think Crash just broke my nose.
You think Crash just broke your nose? Why? What's going on? What is that on your finger? Is that blood?
Blood? No, it's not.
No, it's not. Now wipe that off. That's disgusting. Not on Crash's shirt. What are you doing? Stop that. Now get on that back of the vehicle, and if you're going to do it, you're going to do it our way. So take off that jacket and mount that vehicle, please, so you can perform the slide for life. Once you're positioned, tap the bumper twice to the back quarter panel, and you'll be ready to go. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hey, guys, he forgot the three most important things. No helmet, no slide pad, and no brains. Well, he's going to head to the top of the racetrack, and right now out on that racetrack in front of the grandstand, Johnny's going to be putting down some gasoline for him. We're going to heat things up out there. Johnny, what are we going to give him? 2 gallons of high-performance, high-octane. Oh, 2 quarts? 2 drops. He's going to put 2 drops. There he goes. There's 1. There's 2. Uh-oh, there's a hole in your can, man, Johnny. And Andy's going to light it up out there. Looks like it's going to be a hot one for Wrong Way, and they're going to bring that vehicle down as soon as he has the all clear. Torch ignited, here he comes, heading down that way. Oh my goodness, Wrong Way, you dropped the wrong ropes. You're coming apart at the seams. Your cheeks seem to be a little rosy out there tonight. pull yourself together and get pulled together out there. My goodness.
Does anybody have a headache?
Does anybody have a headache? Why?
I do.
I've got an ass burn.
Because you've got an ass burn. This is supposed to be a family-friendly show. What's going on out there? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to add more man and machine as we introduce you to some auto bat action. A little thrill show history for all of you out there this evening. The star of our show, Mr. Tony Peterson, began his career training with the Royal Danish Circus, performing for the world-famous Amandies, and then later on went on to perform with the Jack Hotchman Helldrivers. And it was there that he originated the Autobat Act in the 1960s. Now we bring you a Tony Peterson original act, the Autobats.
Autobat. What's he gonna do? Jump across the tires?
Autobat performers will get on the top of the vehicles at this time. Terry Gappa from Plymouth, Massachusetts, and the star of our show, Mr. Tony Peterson, will get ready to mount the top of the vehicle. Once they have it all clear, we'll send those vehicles to the top of the track. Now we bring you this Tony Peterson original act, Autobats rally on the rooftops for you, stuntmen Terry Gappa and Tony Peterson, as they take it to the top of the racetrack.
Fucking kid needs to sit down.
Remember, any contact of these automobiles could certainly prove deadly for the Autobat Daredevils atop our cars. They're going to turn those cars around once we have the all clear. And it looks like they're off like two balancing barracudas, cars traveling bumper to bumper as they make it to their first race ramp elevation in just a moment. Here they go. Watch carefully as they do it bumper to bumper. Up and over ramp elevation number 1, and down they go for ramp elevation number 2. Driver's side high. Watch carefully as they lean into those turns, and they handle those turns so well with balance and vitality as they head to the top of that racetrack. They're going to turn it around. They're going to bring them back in front of you. Looks like they're coming back for more. Go speed, go racers, go. Increasing the speed and power, driving furiously past the grandstand. We don't need a wrong way on the runway. Get off as Autobats fly by successfully, once again making it to the top of the racetrack.
Them are not stunts.
Cars turning around at the top of the racetrack. It looks like they're at it again. Our two balancing bandits heading for race ramp elevations for a second helping of rooftop racing. And it looks like they're off and running. They're heading for those race ramp elevations. Driver's side low this time. And they take them high, and down they go for ramp elevation number 2. And they do once again successfully make it to the top of that racetrack. Now you've witnessed Autobat riding bumper to bumper, and now it's time to regroup, performing those dangerous feats side by side while increasing the risk and increasing the danger. This time we're going to put our stuntmen to the test as they attempt to high five or hold hands as they make their way down the track. And I'm sorry, they're going bumper to bumper, and they're going to snake their way back this time. And there they go from the high side of ramp elevation number 1 to the low side of ramp elevation number 2, and they successfully make it to the top of that racetrack.
Going down?
Yeah, I guess. That's what he said.
And we're going to bring them back this time, putting our stuntmen to the test once again. They're going to go side by side, wheel well to wheel well, fender to fender. Here they go, and they attempt to do a high five, and there they go up and over race ramp elevation number 1. Down they go for ramp elevation number 2, and they successfully make it again to the top of the racetrack.
Dang. They are good at doing that. They are good at
Vehicles now turning around. We're going to bring them back in front of the grandstand. We're going to welcome back our champion Autobat riders as they bring them back in front of the grandstands for a real Ottawa County Fair welcome. Performing amazing Autobat actions from the rooftops of those Dodge Avengers, demonstrating amazing courage and extraordinary skill, Mr. Terry Gappa and Tony Peterson. And yes, they can hear you now. It's time to add some more wheels to the mix as we're about to bring you a mechanical masterpiece in automotive artistry of precision driving. It's going to get a little more hectic on the racetrack in this 3-car hell driving exhibition. We call it synchronized stunt driving. Driving lead car will be Crash Moreau, followed by Johnny Weiser and Tony Peterson as they bring those vehicles onto the racetrack. Don't forget tonight's sponsor. Visit our friends at Bauman Auto Center. Bauman Auto Center. Did you know that we put more wear and tear in just one performance using our show cars than you'll put on your car in the course of a lifetime? Speaking of which, we've road tested and track tested almost every vehicle made, and it's Dodge, the vehicle of choice for the Tony Peterson Hell Drivers in the only show of its kind. Dodge Avengers taking to the racetrack in this 3-car hell driving exhibition in just a moment. In the number 6 car, Crash Moreau. In the number 4 car, Mr. Tony Peterson. And in the number 7 car, Mr. Johnny Weiser. Cars are set and ready to go, and we've got it all clear, and they're off to the top of the racetrack.
They're stick shift.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, because they'd have been going, no.
Hell Drivers realigning for this next event. Here they come, and it looks like we've got them ready to go. Cars heading bumper to bumper in this exhibition as they take it down. That straightaway, here they come, 50, 60, 60, 70 miles an hour, and they take it driver's side high, and they touch bumpers. Yes, they do. So close out there tonight on that racetrack. Watch carefully as they take it to the top of the racetrack. Watch out, Crash, as he heads to the top of the racetrack. There's a reason we call him Crash out there this evening. Be careful as they turn those vehicles, and we're going to bring them back around. One small miscalculation, it could get a little messy out there for everyone. Watch carefully as they come back in front of the grandstands again. It looks like they're going to take it bumper to bumper again as they snake their way down that racetrack, twisting and turning, winding and weaving just like an anaconda to the high side of ramp elevation number 2, and there they go again to the top of the racetrack.
I want to see them go for fire.
Hell Drivers once again performing controlled spins at the top of the racetrack as they realign for their next demonstration of driving. Here come the Tony Peterson Hell Drivers kicking up the dirt in tight formation and once again touching bumpers as they make it over ramp elevation number 1, driver's side low. Down they go and heading for ramp elevation number 2, and they successfully make it once again. Clicking bumpers, yes they do. They're going to turn those cars around. We're going to bring them back in front of the grandstand. Don't forget to check out our website at helldrivers.info. And it looks like they're off and running, just like those racehorses at the Kentucky Derby. Here they come, fast and furious in front of the grandstand, and here they go. It looks like they're going to snake their way again, the high side of ramp elevation number 1 to the low side of ramp elevation number 2, and they hold on tightly as they make it to the top of that racetrack. They're going to turn those cars around. We're going to bring them back again. You know, we've seen them go driver's side low, driver's side high, and now I think they're going to do a little side-by-side. Let's see how they form it up at the top of that racetrack. Some adverse conditions out there this evening from all that mud fog last night, but we're handling it well out there. Here they come, so close you could throw a blanket over all 3 of them as they head for race ramp elevation number 1. And down they go for race ramp elevation number 2. Hi-ho as they head up to the top of that racetrack.
He switched twice.
They're going to turn those vehicles around. What do you say we show these guys a little enthusiasm, our trio of towering performers, when they get ready to make their way back in front of the grandstands?
When are they going to do something interesting?
Here come our champion Hell Drivers, Mr. Crash Moreau, Johnny Weiser, and Mr. Tony Peterson. And yes, they can park them on a dime, and they can hear you now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in this next exhibition, we're going to bring back our 2-star drivers, Johnny Weiser and Tony Peterson, in a more difficult exhibition of high-speed maneuvering. Wrong way, you've been out here ruining the show all evening. What seems to be the problem out there? The ramps are dusty. Well, you better sweep a little faster out there because momentarily those Hell Drivers are going to be taking race ramp elevations right where you're standing. Tony Peterson and Johnny Weiser at the back of the track as they make their way to the top of the track. Watch out, wrong way. You're going to make them angry out there, and you don't want to see Mr. Peterson angry out there. You know, he is the guy that signs your checks. They are filthy. Yes, they are. Keep sweeping. Keep sweeping. There you go. You better get off that racetrack now because here come our champion Hell Drivers, our team of dynamite duos. This is not the time to be sweeping those ramps. Wrong way. Watch out. Watch out carefully. Oh, my goodness. You almost got it that time. What's going on now? Uh-oh. What's the problem?
Tony ran over my big toe.
Tony Johnny ran over your big toe. Well, that's not a problem because we happen to have a big tow truck out back. I thought it was real funny. Now get that broom off that racetrack, and you better get off that racetrack. I've never seen Mr. Johnny Weiser or Tony Peterson so angry in my life. Look, as they're coming in front of that grandstand right now, and they're crisscrossing, and they might cross in front of you and cross you right off the platform out there. Oh, my goodness, you almost got it again. Well, we're gonna raise those race ramp elevations. And what's the matter out there? What's he saying now? Oh, you're getting tired of this? Well, what do you know, maybe you ought to take a little break. You're going to take a break on the park bench? Be my guest, my friend. Take a break on the park bench if you'd like. Yeah, that's a wonderful look. They're coming your way, wrong way. Yes, though, they're coming that way. Watch out. That is not the park bench. You cannot rest there. And watch out as they take those ramp elevations high. And you've got tire marks all over your back. Where did they go? They came from that way. And they're going to be coming back for you again. Watch carefully as they come back for you. This time you don't want to be in their way as they come back over those race ramp elevations. Look carefully as cars are going to be heading your direction any moment now. You don't want to get in front of Mr. Peterson as he parks that car in front of the grandstand. Let's welcome back our dynamite duo, Mr. Johnny Weiser and Tony Peterson. And wrong way, watch out! Wow. Another close call again.
That was four.
Well, now, what are you doing now? He's getting into the back of your vehicle, Mr. Peterson. What are you doing? Get out of the back of that vehicle. This is not a time or place to be in there. We're trying to put on a show for these kind people at the Ottawa County Fair. Now you're pushing around your boss. What are you doing? He signs your paychecks. This is not the time or place to be doing that out there. You heard Mr. Peterson. He said, get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle, please. He's locked you out, Tony. That egomaniac. We'll leave him in there, strap him in, and we'll have to continue on with the show while he's in the back of that vehicle.
You can tell the tire rubbed on that car.
Hell drivers and those hard-charging Dodge Avengers are going to get ready to head to the top of the racetrack in just a moment in another three-car hell driving exhibition. And what is he doing now? You were supposed to be strapped in there. Oh, my goodness. What an idiot out there tonight on the racetrack. In the number 4 vehicle out there, and our star driver's car, the number 4 car. They're going to turn those vehicles around. We're going to bring them back for a little 3-car hill driving once again. Cars are going to head to the top of the racetrack as they prepare to return in a test of talent tonight. And they're off. And what is that crazy maniac doing? Here come our hell drivers tearing it up out there. 50, 60, 75 miles an hour. Strap him in, Tony. He's going to get a little crazy out there. And they take it up over racetrack elevation 1 and 2, and they almost lost him out there. What is that idiot doing out there this evening? You know, I think he's an escapee from a mental institution. We may need that ambulance out there to take him back to the hospital as soon as we're done with this show. Cars are going to turn around and they're going to realign themselves as they bring him back in front of the grandstand right now.
Ambulance better get ready.
Talk about mesmerized motor mayhem. Hell drivers now combining their talent with that crazy maniac in the back of that run. And it looks like they're going to do crossovers for you. Crisscrossing, zigzagging, weaving in front of those race ramp elevations as they make it to the top of the track. And that maniac out there doing whatever it is he's doing.
I think he's gonna puke.
We're going to continue to test the durability of those Dodge Avengers out there this evening. And it looks like
Not that
drivers
interesting.
will have to do that. They're competing with that deranged maniac hanging out of those windows. And this time, his head's out there again as they're going to do 3-car precision driving side by side for the front one and follow car in the back of that with that crazy maniac acting like he's rowing that vehicle.
Oh my gosh, she needs to get out.
Backed up like 10 high. That's more.
Looks like we got a little code crazy on the racetrack tonight. Hell drivers back at the top of the racetrack, realigning once again as we'll bring him back in front of that grandstand. Here they come.
We got the speed out the window.
And here they go, crisscrossing once again, legs dangling out there like I don't know what's going on. They crisscrossing. I don't know how Tony can do so well out there with that maniac in the back of his vehicle, but he's holding on strong as those vehicles make it again to the top of the racetrack.
I'm starting to get a headache and a toothache.
You know, tonight they're feeling the need for speed, and speed it is.
What?
And I wish we could speed up and get rid of that egomaniac out of Tony's car. Here come our Hurricane Hell drivers as they make it in front of that racetrack. There they go once again.
Where's the guy?
Speeding up, here they go. They take race ramp elevation number 1. And they go over and they cross. And oh my goodness, out of the back of the vehicle, Terry, please rush to his assistance. Oh my goodness, it's not wrong way, it's a dummy. He threw out a dummy. I can't believe that. Talk about dummies, what a dummy in the back of that vehicle. They're going to bring those vehicles back around, and we're going to bring them back in front of the grandstands for you in just a moment.
The dummy. Is he still in the back of the car? No.
Making a mockery of the entire situation, that crazy maniac. Here come our hell drivers right now. In the number 6 car, Mr. Jim Crash Moreau. In the number 7 car, Mr. Johnny Weiser. And the star of our show, Mr. Tony Peterson. And that crazy egomaniac runway, our daredevil clown. Now get out of his vehicle and stay out and stay off that racetrack this evening. I've already reminded the ambulance drivers over there that they are going to be taking you to the closest mental institution later on this evening. We're going to take those Dodge Avengers off the track momentarily as we're going to bring out one of our other vehicles in just a moment. We're going to bring out that late model Dodge Dakota in just a moment, and we're going to tell you what we're going to do with that. Tony Peterson will now attempt a stunt show sensation as he masterfully maneuvers that Dodge Dakota pickup truck and races it just for you on 2 wheels. We call this featured stunt high skis. Tony Peterson with that uncanny ability of driving any vehicle on just 2 wheels.
Nice truck.
It's an alright truck.
Our star, Mr. Tony Peterson, has spent a lifetime entertaining fans throughout the world. We're going to race. Behind the wheel, he's mastered almost every stunt known to man. Not only starring in numerous live thrill shows, his career includes many film and television credits, an abundance of media attention over the years, and his talent and passion for this industry has projected him to the pinnacle of the thrill show business. Mr. Tony Peterson, our star driver, and he's going to get ready to perform the 2-wheel balancing act just for you. Our crew out there going to prepare those ramps for that 2-wheel balancing act.
Oh, it's gonna just.
They're supposed to drive it up.
Of the millions of drivers in the world, only a few select qualify as daredevils. It is these who take their lives in their hands every time they grip the steering wheels to entertain you, the American public. So as you watch our stunning stars of America's fairs and raceways and the most thrilling array of events, be sure you give them your inspiration of your applause by the courage they show that they truly do deserve it. And remember, all of the stunts in tonight's show are extremely dangerous and could cause serious injury or death if attempted. Our stunt team is well equipped with many years and thousands of hours of practice and instruction. Do not attempt to try these stunts at home or in your back fields or your streets.
I've already tried them.
Ramp still being set up for this portion of the show. I want to remind everyone to visit our friends at Bauman Auto Center. Chuck Miller and his team of salespeople will be more than happy to assist you on picking out your next Dodge vehicle. Remember, Dodge is the choice of vehicles for the Tony Peterson Hell drivers, and it can be the choice of vehicles for you too. Bauman Auto Center with all their vehicles located behind the grandstand. You can check up there. Chuck Miller and his associate are up there at the top of the grandstand. If you have questions about any of those Dodge vehicles, they'll be glad to help you. Also, we're going to line those vehicles up out there on the racetrack in just a moment. And Mr. Peterson is checking everything out to make sure everything is safe and secure. Safety is always our first concern here with the Tony Peterson Hell drivers. Can't get enough of Tony Peterson Hell Drivers tonight? Be sure to find us on Facebook, and you can also find us online at helldrivers.info. That's helldrivers.info. That's where you can find gear, Hell Driver gear. You can also find information on our history, some of our performers, other great information like our tour schedule, and much more. Helldrivers.info online 24/7 to check out all that great information. And don't forget about Tony Peterson gear available just for you.
I already tested it out. Figure which would be the best way to hold it.
Our graphics provided by Expressive Graphics out of Ohio. Be sure to check out our friends at Expressive Graphics. And Tony Peterson, he puts it on 2 wheels as he takes it to the top of that racetrack right now just for you. As he heads to the top of the racetrack, it looks like he might even attempt to take it all the way around for you.
That takes talent.
If he's going all the way around the track.
Tony Peterson with that uncanny ability to raise and balance a truck on just two wheels as he makes it around that racetrack. Just a little hell driver history for you. Tony Peterson introduced us all to this spectacular stunt at the 1964-65 World's Fair. Years ago, prior to four-wheel drive and locked wheels, he developed the idea to lock that rear axle, and since then has continued to amaze us with his uncanny ability. He was the first stunt driver to master the art of stunt wheel driving on two wheels in a front-wheel drive vehicle. And he is currently the only driver in America to master the stunt driver's side high. You can notice, folks, that he's carrying his whole entire body weight with his left hand, and he's driving with just one hand, which is his right hand. He's going to be able to do it for you, and it looks like he's going to try to make the complete circumference of the racetrack this evening. Let's give it up for Tony Peterson as he makes it around that third turn.
Yeah, that's the third turn.
If you think this Dodge can handle so well on just two wheels, just think how well a Dodge automobile from Bowman Automotive Center can handle on four wheels. Tony Peterson, and he successfully makes it to turn number 4 as he brings it back in front of the grandstand in just a moment. It looks like Tony Peterson, the Baron of Balance, is about to make the complete circumference of the racetrack as he heads down that final stretch in a breathtaking battle of balance. He certainly does not need a road map this evening to make his way around this track. How about a standing ovation for the star of our show as he brings it around in front of the grandstands for you right now, and he lays it down shiny side up, rubber side down. The man, the myth, the legend, the incomparable Mr. Tony Peterson.
That was sweet.
That was good.
That was sweet. He made it all the way around.
We're going to take that Dodge Dakota pickup truck off the racetrack, and we're going to bring out some other vehicles in just a moment. We're going to be setting up for our next event schedule on the event schedule out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just a reminder, more than 150 years of experience out there on the track right now, behind the wheels of those Dodge Avengers and standing on the racetrack for you this evening. It's time for a little motorcycle action. And we're going to set up and recreate a stunt just like you'd see from the scenes of Hollywood. We're going to do what we call a motorcycle board wall. You've seen it in the movies. You've seen it on TV where a car is doing a car chase and a motorcycle chase. Motorcycle runs through the burning wall or a burning building, and we're going to recreate it just for you at the Ottawa County Fair. Johnny Weiser is going to take that vehicle, that motorcycle to the top of the racetrack. We're going to douse that board wall with flames, fire, and gasoline. Well, we've seen it in the movies, and now we're going to see it now, live and in action.
Your ass is just going to keep it burning. Oh, this is really thin wood.
Johnny Weiser will attempt to bring that motorcycle at a high rate of speed, crashing into an inferno of flames and fire, drenched with gasoline. And yes, it does look like it will be a hot one tonight, as they're going to douse that heavily with gasoline. Andy Guerrero out there, he's going to get ready to light it up. Torch ignited. And board wall set. Here comes our motorcycle maniac, Johnny Weiser, as he heads in front of that board wall in just a moment. Watch carefully. It's going to be a hot ride as he goes down in flames and fire to the top of the racetrack. Let's bring our motorcycle champion back in front of the grandstand for a very warm welcome, Johnny Weiser from Sacramento, California. Well, it's time to bring out a little more motorcycle action. One was not enough. Let's bring out another motorcycle action. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without further ado. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Somebody changed the event schedule. What are you doing, wrong way? You stopped an entire stunt show once again. There he goes. Oh, my goodness. You know, you've stopped an entire stunt show once again. What do you call yourself, wrong way? Awful Canoffle, the world's greatest daredevil. Well, what have you ever done that qualifies you to be a daredevil?
I've been married 5 times.
You've been married 5 times. That does not qualify you to be a daredevil. That qualifies you to be an idiot. By the way, what is that goofy little contraption you have out there on the racetrack tonight?
It is my brand new 2011 Rolls Canardly.
Well, in all my years of being around motorcycles, and Terry Gaffa, with all your years of experience with motorcycles, have you ever heard of a Rolls Canardly? He has not heard of a Rolls Canardly, neither have I, and I don't believe the audience has either. Do you mind telling us what a Rolls Canardly is?
It rolls up one hill.
It rolls up one hill. and could hardly make it up the next. Oh my goodness. Well, can you tell us some of the features that motorcycle comes with? It comes with its own three-way signal. Now, how are you insulting our intelligence once again? Everybody in the audience knows that motorcycles do not come with three-way signals. They come with two-way signals. Well, yours has a three. Do you mind explaining?
He's annoying. Both of them are.
Left turn. Left turn, right turn, get the hell out of the way. I told you to watch your mouth down here. These nice people at the Ottawa County Fair do not want to hear that. Well, since you've got that vehicle out there, what feat of daring do you anticipate to do with us tonight? Do you think that you're going to jump through a flaming hoop of fire? No. A hula hoop? Well, where is your hula hoop? Check your... I'm sorry? You seem to have lost it. Well, check your pockets, please. Your other pocket, Andy says. Not there either. Well, I wonder if there's any other type of stunt that you could do for us here this evening. Oh, we've got something out on the track set up for you right now. A flaming board wall like Johnny Weiser. You think you can do it? The people have spoken in the audience as he's going to take that motorcycle to the top of the racetrack. Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to see Old Wrong Way do a fire board wall?
Looks like the one that Don had. There, that's George.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to take that vehicle to the top, that motorcycle to the top of the racetrack. We're going to douse that board wall with flames, fire, and gasoline, and we're going to light it up for you in just a moment. I don't know if he can do it, but we'll see if he can do it with that crazy little number 4 motorcycle. He'll beep the horn when he's ready to go, and yes, he did. And here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3 miles an hour as he makes it in front of the grandstand. Watch carefully. That's a flaming board wall. And yes, he did it just for you. Oh, what seems to be the problem now? You hurt your knee. Was it your right knee? Well, if it wasn't your right knee, was it your left knee? Now, hold it. If it wasn't your right knee and it wasn't your left knee, what knee was it? Your high knee? That's disgusting. Get off the racetrack, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do what we call the reverse spin out there on the racetrack this evening. We'd like to hold you on the edge of your seats for this one. We've got a Tony Peterson out there again this evening in that Dodge Avenger as he will be attempting a stunt that strikes terror in the hearts of professional stuntmen everywhere. It's known as the deliberate reverse spin. It's so dangerous that 5 professional stuntmen have been early demised by attempting what Tony Peterson will perform for you in just a few moments. Now listen to me very carefully. I'd like to take this opportunity to explain to you what exactly Tony will be attempting. Tony will take that Dodge Avenger to the top of the speedway. He'll place it in reverse and then come down the track at a full rate of speed and power to a point directly in front of the grandstand, where at the same time in a split second he'll hit the brakes, spin the wheel, turn the gear, gives it, whip it, and spin it. And here he comes right now in front of the grandstand. Watch carefully as he performs the reverse spin. Yes, he did it for you this evening. We're going to bring Mr. Peterson back in front of the grandstand performing that deadly reverse spin for you this evening. Here he is, the star of our show, Mr. Tony Peterson. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for coming out to the Tony Peterson Hell Drivers. Because of the track conditions, there was a few events that we couldn't do this evening because of track conditions and rain and everything. We do apologize for that. But right now, our stuntman, this is Rob Kramer on behalf of the entire Tony Peterson, thanking each and every one of you, and we salute you now.
You suck.